Welcome back. We're into the visitors' half of inning number 5 with the Bearcats leading Marywood 2-1. St. Vincent picked up a run in the third and one in the fourth. Marywood won in the third. Kim Lope steps in. She drills it into center field. And it's an easy play for center fielder Susie Cool. She gets under it, and there's one out in the fifth. So Lope is retired on the fly ball to center, bringing up Megan Palmer. And if I butcher names, just give me a pass on that, as working from a carbon and getting a lineups in very quickly. Chopper right back to the box and called safe as the ball. Unusual play there as the ball was shot back to the pitcher. First baseman out of position there. Shannon Basic alertly covering first was Lindsay Daniels, but she couldn't track down the base. And that's going to go as an infield single for Megan Palmer. Looked like an easy 1-3 put out. That Basic chipped in a couple of steps there, and that put her out of position, alertly covering first. Out at second base on the attempted stealing. The laid steal doesn't work there for Marywood as Megan Palmer is cut down, put out. Two to 6 on the put out, so that erases Palmer. Now Bearcats in a situation here with nobody on and 2 outs. Mariah Runko, third baseman, is in. She flied to right and was on an error. Takes her 5th pitch just off the strike zone for a ball, and she's on with the base on balls. So Runko goes down to first. Kim Lope began the inning with a fly out the center. Megan Palmer reached on an error. Number 21 coming into pinch run for Marywood. I do have some reserve players. We can probably get that back to, if I can track down my reserve roster for Marywood. Jill Flanagan will be the hitter with 2 outs. They're going to score that Megan Palmer ground ball as an error. Charge to second baseman Lindsay Daniels. I thought she just couldn't find the bag, but we're getting the ruling that she actually dropped the ball on the shovel, and the put out would have been made at first had Lindsay been able to hold on to the ball. Tough error for her, as she made a nice attempt to get over to cover first base, and looked like they had Palmer, as Daniels was struggling to find the base and in the process dropped the throw. But we have 1 runner on and 2 outs for Marywood. Third hitter Mariah Runko picked up that walk on 5 pitches, flying to right. The wind is breaking it down, but coming on to make the catch, right fielder Ali Panzella, and that'll retire the sides as The Pacers go down in the top half of the 5th inning. They do not score. They strand one runner at the end of 4.5 innings. The score is St. Vincent 2 and the Marywood Pacers 1. Bottom half of the 5th inning, St. Vincent 2, Marywood 1. Megan Regola steps in and takes the first pitch up high for a ball. Megan singled and came around to score in the 3rd. She looped a single into left field, and that was the first hit off starter Allie Stein. She does the same thing, but this one's going to go a little deeper and be caught in left by left fielder Diana Butash. Makes the catch, so Regola is retired on the fly ball to left field in the top half. Make that the bottom half of the 5th inning, as the Bearcats are the home team designated here this evening. They'll play Bemidji in the second half of the doubleheader. This ball is popped straight up. Is there a play along the third base line? It's up on the netting. So the count now, no balls and a strike to leadoff hitter Susie Cool. Susie has been on base twice. She's 0 for 0 as she has walked both times. Right-handed hitting Susie Cool steps in after the foul back on the netting. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch by Stein. Up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. The lights are on here at Clermont. As Cool kind of hacks at that one and fouls it down the first baseline out of play. She's behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Right-handed hurler for Marywood, Allie Stein. Pitch goes all the way to the backstop and over the head of the catcher and the umpire for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stein has thrown a lot of pitches to Cool. She has walked twice, and now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one is high and away, 3-2. So Cool is 1 pitch away from walking for the 3rd consecutive time. And she does, ball 4. Cool is on for the 3rd time. Adams, no damage there. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Chelsea Zimmerman, second baseman, is the hitter. She takes a ball low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Ball is popped to second. Easy play. And Bearcats were running off the field. That's only the 2nd out of the inning. Wait a minute. I had a 5-3, a pop up to first. Oh, somewhere along the line, something. This is Chelsea Zimmerman. They must have made a ruling on that pop up to first base. 'Cause who do we have down there at first now? Ball is hit down the left field line. It's going to twist foul. Let me see if we can get you a recap of inning number 4. We had the ground out by Stein. We thought we had a pop-up to first. But that is actually Diana Butash down at first. So, I don't know what the ruling was there. Cameraman Eric Shuley also kind of indicating that it's a little bit of a puzzle here for us. Chop to first. This will be the 3rd out of the inning. Ooh. Hard tag placed there. And Zimmerman goes out 3 unassisted for the 3rd out of the inning. We've completed 3.5, and the score is Marywood 1 and St. Vincent 1. Daniel steps in. On at first, Susie Cole. She's going into second base, and she is in there. As Cole picks up the stolen base. Ball was high. Throw down to second, not in time. Close play as shortstop Kim Lope was in a sweeping tag motion but was unable to pick up Susie Cole. And she's in under the tag for the stolen base. A ball and a strike now to Lindsay Daniels. Lindsay sacrificed in the first, and she singled in the third. Up high for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Bearcats 2 and Marywood 1. Hit high into the air, but in the infield. Shortstop Kim Lope makes the catch, and that will be the second out of the inning. Regula began the inning with a fly out to left. Cool walked and stole second, and Daniels popped to short. That brings up catcher Maria Adams. Pitch inside for a ball. Maria is 0 for 1. She grounded to third in the first and sacrificed in the third. Unusual setup on the scoreboard. Generally, they put the home team in the second slot, but this scoreboard has the home team in the first slot and the guests in the second slot. But at least it's a working scoreboard. The other night we had to work off the umpire's call, and he was one of those delayed strike call umpires, and he just kind of kept us waiting. A ball and a strike here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2-1 St. Vincent. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Right-handed hitting Maria Adams. 0 for 1 on the evening. Here's Stein's pitch. Ball is hit into left field. It's hooking down the left field line, and it's a foul ball. Just foul by a few feet as Adams made good contact there, and the ball just hooked out at the last moment. And the count now goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Susie Cool would have scored easily on that one from second, but it's just a foul ball. She goes with a lob pitch, but it's way over the catcher's head and almost catches the backstop on a fly. Goes as a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Stein was going with the change there and just kind of held on to the ball a little too long. No major harm there other than Susie Cool goes to third on the pitch that went way to the backstop. But with 2 outs, the runner at third, so not a whole lot of damage there. Pitch is right in there for a called strike as Stein freezes Maria Adams there. And that is the 3rd out of the inning, so that'll strand Susie Cool at third for the Bearcats. The score remains after 5 complete innings. It is St. Vincent 2 and Marywood 1. Top half of the 6th inning, Marywood will send up Kayla Prompovich. Prompovich was a strikeout victim in the 3rd. She grounded to second in the 2nd. She's 0 for 2. 5th hitter in the Pacer order. She takes a ball high and away. Shauna Hetrick on the mound for St. Vincent. She comes down the pike with a strike, and it's a ball and 1 strike for right-handed hitting Kayla Prompovich. 0 for 2 on the evening. Pitch just a tad outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kayla takes it in there for a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch by Hetrick is swung on and missed as she bit on the high fastball, and she goes down swinging for the second consecutive time. That brings up Allie Stein, the Maywood pitcher. Allie singled in the second and grounded to third in the fourth. Pitch is in there for a called strike. Both pitchers are mixing their assortment of pitches quite well. Ball is up high there, and it's a ball and a strike to Allie Stein. Diana Butash on deck. Pitch is in there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Top half of the 6th inning. The Bearcats 2, Marywood 1. Bearcats in there all black with green and white trim, and Marywood with the white pants, the gold, and the green lettering. Pitch is outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to right-handed pitcher and right-handed hitter Allie Stein. She sends it into center field. The wind is beating it down. Shortstop back and makes the catch. Ball looked like it might get to center, but we do have a breeze up there, and it was a put out by shortstop Emily Petrowski. Oh, Stein is retired on the pop to short for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Diana Butash. Left-hander hits a soft liner to short and picks up that second consecutive putout, does shortstop Emily Petrowski, and that'll end the inning as the Pacers go quietly in the visitors' end of the 6th. A 1-2-3 inning for left-hander Shauna Hetrick. The score after 5.5, St. Vincent 2 and Marywood 1. Back as we rejoin the action. First pitch is grounded to first by Becky Dean. So that putout goes 3 unassisted on the first pitch of inning number 6 in the home half of the 6th for the Bearcats. That'll bring up first baseman Shannon Basic. Shannon struck out and singled. Fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike. We are in Clermont, Florida for a Bearcat doubleheader this evening. St. Vincent leads 2-1. They'll play Bemidji in game number 2 as the temperature is dropping a bit. Now it's getting a little breezy and cooler. Pitch inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the home half of the 6th. Allie Stein has gone all the way for Marywood. Pitch is up high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Right-hander is set, and she comes forward with a pitch that is way low. In fact, it bounced several feet in front of the plate there, and it's a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Stein. It's inside for a ball. So Basic draws the walk. Pinch runner in for the Bearcats. We can pick up her number. Allie Versick is into pinch run for Shannon Basic. Correction, that's Versick on the pinch hitting. And who's down at first? We still need a... Michael Propakovich is in to do the running for Shannon Basic, who walked. And batting for Sam Shoemaker is Allie Versick, right-handed hitter. Versick wears number 10. 1 on, 1 out for St. Vincent in the bottom half of the 6th inning. They lead 2-1. Pitch is up high for a ball. Michael Propakovich, number 9, is the pinch runner in at first base. Pitch out of the strike zone for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to pinch hitter Ali Versick. Ali takes this one inside. Ball gets away from the catcher. Throw to second, and Propakovich is in. It's a wild pitch charged to Ali Stein. I don't know. Can you give credit for a stolen base there? Wild pitch? Yeah, I'd score it as a wild pitch. Gets to second on the wild pitch. 3 balls and no strikes. The take sign more than likely on here for Versick, and she takes a ball up high. So Versick in the pinch hitting role draws the walk. Second consecutive walk by Ali Stein. We have another pinch hitter coming in. Number 13, Alyssa Grossman. Alyssa Grossman will bat for Emily Petrowski. And the Marywood coach is out. And we have a meeting of the minds on the mound, as Alyssa Grossman goes down to check with Nicole Heinerman, the coach, at third, and discuss things there. Bearcats have runners at first and second. Marywood coach will retreat, and looks like he's going to stay with Stein. Sounds like one of those movies, you used to get from the video store. Stay with Stein. And it turns out to be a really good movie, and you say, hey, have you ever seen a movie called Stay with Stein? It's really, really good. So Ali Stein is going to continue on here. I get no reaction whatsoever from my cameraman on that one. First and second and 1 out. Dean began the inning, 1 out, 3 unassisted. Basic walked, Versick walked, first and second. Pinch batter, Alyssa Grossman at the plate for St. Vincent. Pitches up high for a ball. She's getting a little tired here. She's thrown a lot of pitches, and Stein has walked 2 consecutive batters and goes 1-0 here on pinch hitter Alyssa Grossman. The pitch fouled away, so she found the strike zone there. Grossman had a good cut and ripped it over the backstop and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Bearcats lead 2-1 in the bottom half of the 6th. They'll be looking to close things out with Shauna Hetrick in the 7th. Pitches inside, and Stein is behind 2 balls and a strike. Right-hander Stein winds and is inside again for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike, and she's a pitch away from walking 3 consecutive hitters. And she's been way off the plate in each of the walks. There haven't been very many close calls on those, and this one is a ball inside, and so Grossman draws the walk. And that loads the bases. Still only 1 out. That'll bring up Ali Panzella, and that will also bring out the Marywood coach, and looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. I may have a name on this one. I do have some numbers. Good job by Ali Stein, as she gave up only 2 runs, but she's responsible for all the runners on base. We'll be back in a moment with the score. St. Vincent 2 and Marywood won. Jacqueline Parsons is in to pitch for Marywood. And she comes in with a full-blown jam, bases loaded. Pitches down low for a ball. Parsons, a right-hander, facing right fielder Ali Panzella. Panzella went out third to first and single, but was put out 4-2 to 6 on attempting to stretch the single into a double back in inning number 4. She takes this pitch down the middle for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to right-handed hitting Ali Panzella. Pitch is on the inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jacqueline Parsons in relief of Allie Stein here from Marywood. Ball is chopped to short. Pick up, throw home for the force. Yes. She holds the bag nicely. Nice play by number 20, Kayla Prompovich. The umpire looked it over. Force made. Out is recorded 6-2 on the force out. Infield was playing in. They got exactly what they wanted, a hard-hit ball. Throw to home was slightly off target, but catcher Kayla Prompovich was able to hold the bag, or the plate, that is. And, the ball gets away from her this time, and now in to score on the pass ball for the Bearcats with Shannon Basic. So they dodged one bullet, and actually it was Prompovich who made the nice play at home. She's going to get the pass ball here, and the run scores. Pitch certainly catchable. It was low. Ball hit up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit. 1 runs in to score. Down to second goes Regula. She has her second hit. So it's a double for Regula, and she advances Allie Grossman to third. Yeah, I would say a single and went to second on the throw to the plate, but we're awaiting ruling on that. Susie Cool fouls it back. Susie is 0 for 0 this evening. She's the leadoff hitter. She's walked 3 consecutive times. She's behind in the count here, no balls and a strike. Bearcats pick up 2 here, and now didn't lead 4-1. Pitch is in there for a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes. So for the first time this evening, Susie is down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes, having walked 3 times. Ball is chopped down the first base line, and it trickles foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. The Bearcat inning began with a chopper to first and an unassisted putout, 3 consecutive walks, a force at the plate, and then a double by Megan Regula, her second hit of the evening, driving in a couple of Bearcats. Pitch is up high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Susie Cool, center fielder. She hits a ball into center field, sinking. It's going to drop for a base hit. So Cool has her first hit, and she's going to scoot into second with a double. Grossman scores. Regula goes to third. Single. We call that a single, and went to second on the throw home. That was cut off midway between the pitcher's mound and the plate. The scored a single, an RBI for Cool. She's 1 for 3. She's at second on the throw home. Regula. He 1 for 1, excuse me. as she had walked the 3 times. Ground ball to short, up and over to first. Nice play, and first baseman holds the bag, and Lindsey Daniels is out on the ground, out 6-3. But the Bearcats have a big inning. They pick up 3 runs, and they lead the Marywood Pacers after 6 full innings, 5-1. Basic and Petrowski have re-entered the game at first and short, respectively. We're going to change the scoring on the Regula hit. She's going to get credit for a single and take second on the throw home. Likewise with Susie Cool. She'll get credit for a single and takes second on the throw home. So both Regula and Cool will get singles and taking second on the throws that were cut off by the catcher midway between the mound and home plate. Well, the Bearcats pick up 3 big insurance runs there in the bottom half of the 6th. They lead Marywood now 5-1. Trying to nail it down. Shauna Hetrick. We had some re-entered players we gave you earlier. Umpire checking that out with the Bearcat dugout. Jacqueline Parsons is the hitter. Jacqueline came in relief of Allie Stein. She's hitting in the 8th spot. Parsons takes a ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to right-handed hitting Jacqueline Parsons. Parsons fouls it back and out of play. The count is now even at 2. Left-hander Shauna Hetrick looking to put the finishing touches on a really, really solid performance. Strike 3 to Parsons as she went for the outside pitch. Goes down swinging. Number 36, Chelsea Epler is the pinch hitter here. Chelsea Epler. Chelsea takes a strike. Hetrick delivers up high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. 5-1 Bearcats, top half of the 7th inning. Pitch is fouled away. Only 3 hits on the evening for Marywood. The left-hander Hetrick, a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is ripped into center field, going back, and it's over the head of center fielder Susie Cool, who couldn't run it down, and into second with a double is Epler. She was looking for that pitch. She got it exactly where she wanted it. Cool had a long run into center. Ball just got over her glove. Probably the best hit ball of the evening by Chelsea Epler. Brings up Kim Lope. Kim takes a pitch. Outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out. In the Marywood top of the 7th, they trail 5-1. I was looking to pick up a couple more outs here. Hetrick is outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Parsons began the inning with a strikeout, and Epler doubled into center. She's at second. Hedrick's in there with an off-speed pitch for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Leadoff hitter Kim grounds at the short. Pick up, bobble, throw to first. She dives at the bag, but she's out at first. Half a step. The put out goes 6-3. So the Pacers are down to their final out. Runner at third base is Chelsea Epler. She moved to third after the double. Ground ball to second. Should be an easy play. Up and over to first, and that retires the side. Play made 4-3. Daniels over to Basic, and that'll end the ball game. As first ball hitting there was Megan Palmer. She chops it to second. The out is made, and the Bearcats have picked up a win over Marywood here in the first of a doubleheader this evening at Clermont by the score of 5-1. Excellent pitching performance by left-hander Shauna Hetrick. She gave up, I believe, just 4 hits on the evening. And that big 3-run inning in the 6th for the Bearcats kind of made it easy in the 7th, although Marywood did threaten with a double, but they were unable to bring home Chelsea Epler, who was stranded at third, and the final out was made. So 1 game down, 1 game to go here this evening at Clermont as the Bearcats are successful in the opener, taking down Marywood by the score of 5-1. We'll be back a little later.